Have you ever thought your morning routine was perfectly fine, only to discover it might be quietly harming your health? Every day, millions of people over 70 make small morning mistakes that seem harmless, yet they can lead to fatigue, dangerous falls, or even sudden health crises. One 75-year-old man collapsed in his own home with no warning, and the cause was hidden in his everyday habits. In this video, we'll reveal 7 common morning missteps that could affect your day, or even your future, and show you simple, practical tweaks to avoid them without overhauling your life. Stay with us until the end, because mistake number 6 is a subtle habit that silently drains your energy, mood, and balance, yet is surprisingly easy to fix once you know how. Every morning begins with a familiar rhythm. You open your eyes, the room still wrapped in the hush of dawn. Your bed is warm, the air calm, and your mind already turning to the day ahead. Still heavy with sleep, your body moves on autopilot, legs over the side, feet on the floor, and you begin to stand. Then, without warning, something changes. A strange lightness fills your head, the floor seems to tilt, and you instinctively grab the nightstand to steady yourself. For most, the feeling fades in seconds, dismissed as nothing unusual. But behind that fleeting moment is a quiet yet serious risk, one so common it's often overlooked. It comes from a physical process that, with age, becomes far less reliable than we realize. When you stand, gravity pulls blood toward your legs, and your heart must quickly push it back to your brain. In younger years, this adjustment happens effortlessly. But after 60 or 70, the body's response slows. Standing too abruptly can outpace your heart's ability to supply oxygen-rich blood to the brain, causing a brief but significant drop in blood flow. This condition, known as orthostatic hypotension, isn't a disease. It's a natural effect of aging. For some, it's nothing more than a quick spell of dizziness or blurred vision. But left unchecked, it can lead to something far more dangerous, a fall. And for older adults, falls are a leading cause of serious injury, often triggering a chain reaction. Broken bones, long hospital stays, reduced mobility, and even a lasting fear of moving freely. Many don't even remember the fall itself. They just wake up on the floor, disoriented and unsure of what happened. Doctors see cases like this every day, and yet the solution is remarkably simple. No medication, no appointment, no special equipment. Just one mindful minute in the morning can protect your independence. When you wake, don't rush to your feet. Instead, sit on the edge of the bed for about 30 seconds. Feel your feet on the floor, wiggle your toes, and take a few deep breaths. This short pause gives your heart and circulation the time they need to adjust, sending steady blood flow to your brain. It's not meditation, and it's not exercise. It's a small act of respect for your body's needs. I didn't always follow this practice. Like many, I used to spring out of bed, chasing the day ahead. But one morning, a sudden wave of weakness hit as I stood. My vision darkened, and I grabbed the bedpost to keep from falling. It wasn't illness. It was my body telling me to slow down. Now, I begin each day with this mindful pause, and the change is undeniable. My mornings feel steadier, my mind clearer. It's like crossing a bridge from sleep to wakefulness. You can dash across blindly and risk a misstep, or move with care, eyes open, feeling each step. The latter isn't just safer, it's wiser. By adopting this habit, you're not only preventing falls, but also cultivating a deeper awareness of your body. Your mornings become a quiet ritual of self-respect, setting the tone for a day marked by clarity, confidence, and lightness. Age doesn't simply hand you this wisdom. You earn it by paying attention to yourself. So, start your day not with haste, but with intention. Feel the ground beneath you before you take that first step. That's not fragility, that's strength. The next common mistake happens before breakfast, and it's one many people overlook. Mornings often follow predictable routines. Some head straight to the kitchen to cook, others reach for the kettle to make tea or coffee. For many, the day doesn't truly begin until that first cup of coffee is in hand. But there's one simple act, often skipped, that may be the most important thing you do before breakfast: drinking a glass of water. While coffee or tea might feel like the spark that wakes you up, water is the quiet foundation that keeps your body in balance. Even as you sleep, your body works. Your heart beats. Your lungs breathe. Your kidneys filter waste. And with each breath, each bead of sweat, and each shift under the covers, you lose water. By morning, you're already at a subtle deficit, even if you don't feel thirsty. This is especially true after 70, when thirst signals weaken. No dry mouth, no urgent craving. So you assume you're fine. But beneath the surface, your blood may be thicker, your heart working harder, your blood pressure edging higher. This silent dehydration doesn't cause an immediate crisis, but over time, it strains your systems and quietly drains your energy. The solution is simple. Begin your day with a glass of water. Not a gallon, not a burden, just a small, essential step toward better health. A few sips of water in the morning can replenish what was lost overnight. And when I began this habit, the difference was immediate. My morning fog lifted, my mind felt sharper, and my body moved with a new sense of ease. Digestion found its rhythm, and there was a quiet vitality that coffee alone had never given me. Water doesn't just hydrate. It primes your metabolism, thins your blood, and gently activates your internal systems. For anyone taking morning medications, it's even more essential. Water helps with absorption, reduces side effects, and eases the strain on your stomach and liver. The best way to make this habit stick is to weave it seamlessly into your morning routine. I keep a glass of water by my bedside, right next to my phone or glasses, as a gentle reminder that says, "I'm here for you, body." Some people like to add a slice of lemon or a bit of honey, but the principle stays the same. Water first. This small step triggers a chain reaction of healthier choices, signaling that self-care is a priority. It's not about waiting until you feel thirsty. It's about giving your body what it needs to thrive. This isn't a fad or old folklore. It's grounded in the very mechanics of human biology. When you start your day with water, you're not just hydrating. You're laying the groundwork for clarity, energy, and resilience. Begin your morning with this simple act of care, and you'll notice how the rest of your day falls into place. For countless people, the smell of coffee is the signal that morning has truly begun. That rich, warm aroma promises comfort, focus, and a quick burst of energy. The first sip can feel like flipping a switch, taking you from groggy to alert. But for those over 70, this beloved ritual may be quietly working against you. When you wake, your body is at its most vulnerable. Energy reserves are low, your stomach is empty, and your systems are still warming up. Pouring a potent, acidic stimulant into your system at that moment might not be the favor you think it is. Drinking coffee on an empty stomach can set off a chain of unintended consequences. Coffee isn't just a comforting ritual. It's a potent chemical blend that interacts strongly with your body. Its acidity prompts the stomach to produce more digestive acids, which, without food to buffer it, can irritate the lining. This can lead to discomfort, heartburn, or over time, conditions like gastritis. For those already dealing with digestive issues, the impact can be even harsher. Coffee also triggers the release of cortisol, the stress hormone, which can raise heart rate, increase blood pressure, and cause feelings of anxiety or shakiness, especially risky for anyone with heart concerns or a tendency toward stress. The irony is that the quick boost you seek may come at the expense of your body's balance. Does this mean you need to give up coffee altogether? Not at all. The solution is simple. Give your body a small buffer first. Eat something light, a handful of nuts, a piece of fruit, or a slice of toast. This small step engages your digestion, creates a protective layer against the acid, and slows caffeine absorption. The result? A smoother, steadier lift in energy without the spikes and crashes. I used to drink coffee first thing every morning out of habit, but over time I noticed irritability, a heavy feeling in my stomach, and unexplained bouts of anxiety. Once I began eating a small snack before coffee, the change was remarkable. Lighter digestion, a steadier mood, and the coffee itself tasted richer and more enjoyable. Even if coffee isn't your drink of choice, the same principle applies to tea, energy drinks, or any morning stimulant. Protect your body first, and you'll not only safeguard digestion and hormones, but also enhance the pleasure of your morning ritual. When you begin the day with balance and ease, your body thanks you. It's the difference between starting with harmony and jolting yourself into motion. As we age, mornings become more than just the start of a schedule. They're a delicate bridge between rest and activity. This is when your body quietly communicates its needs, if you're willing to listen. You may notice a slight tightness in your back, stiffness in your knees, or a gentle rigidity in your neck. These aren't sharp pains, but subtle signals many dismiss as just aging. During the night, your muscles relax, circulation slows, joints work in low gear, and the fluid that cushions cartilage moves more sluggishly. This is natural, your body's nightly reset. But jumping out of bed and immediately bending, lifting, or rushing to the kitchen interrupts this gentle reawakening. Your spine, hips, and knees, already carrying the wear of thinning cartilage, compressed discs, or early arthritis, aren't prepared for sudden strain. One wrong move can cause micro-injuries, leading to pain, inflammation, and lasting mobility issues. The good news? You don't need a gym or a yoga class to protect yourself. A few simple, intentional movements right from your bed can prepare your body for the day. While still lying down, start with gentle actions. Flex and point your toes, circle your ankles, and let your joints warm gradually before taking that first step. Start with small, gentle movements. Flex your toes, rotate your ankles, roll your neck lightly, and shrug your shoulders. As you sit up, continue with subtle stretches. Lengthen your spine, circle your wrists, or lift your shoulders toward your ears and release. These aren't workouts. They're a quiet conversation with your body, a way of saying, "I'm ready to move with you." Over time, I've made this my own routine, beginning with ankle circles and finger stretches, then easing into neck rolls and shoulder shrugs. Sitting at the edge of the bed, I take a moment to straighten my posture and breathe deeply. The result is clear. My steps feel steadier, my legs more responsive. Beyond the physical benefits, this practice sharpens the mind. Purposeful movement awakens not just muscles, but the nervous system, boosting focus, memory, and a sense of calm control. My day begins not in chaos, but in clarity. This isn't about slowing down, it's about moving smarter. After 40, and especially in later years, haste becomes the enemy of longevity. A mindful morning respects your body's rhythm, preserving strength and mobility for the years ahead. Listen to your body's whispers each morning and respond with care. That's not just aging, that's thriving. Your posture, too, plays a powerful role. From the moment you swing your legs over the side of the bed, it sets the tone for the day, shaping how you move, breathe, feel, and even think. Imagine an older adult rising in the morning, shoulders rounded and gaze downcast. They sit with shoulders sagging, head tilting forward, spine curling into a slow, persistent slump. It feels natural, almost unavoidable, a quiet byproduct of age or habit. Yet this seemingly harmless posture sets off a chain reaction that affects both body and mind. When the chest collapses inward, the rib cage compresses, limiting the lungs' ability to fully expand. Breaths become shallow, sending less oxygen into the bloodstream. The brain, deprived of its primary fuel, grows sluggish. Fatigue creeps in, thoughts turn foggy, and a heavy sense of weariness takes hold. These aren't just signs of aging. They're the consequences of a body too restricted to perform at its best. Poor posture also disrupts digestion. A hunched torso crowds the abdominal organs, slowing the stomach's ability to process food and making the intestines sluggish. Issues like bloating, cramps, or constipation can arise, all from just a few minutes of morning slouching. But the effects go deeper, touching emotional well-being. Posture and mood are tightly linked. Stand tall with shoulders back and chin lifted, and confidence naturally rises. This isn't simply in your head, it's your body signaling to your mind. An open chest allows deeper breathing, steadying the nervous system and improving circulation so nutrients and energy flow freely. In contrast, a slump sends a silent message of defeat, feeding feelings of lethargy or low spirits. Picture an older adult muttering, "I'm too old for this," while slouched forward. Now imagine them straightening their spine, lifting their gaze, and drawing in a deep, steady breath. In that moment, "I'm too old" becomes, "I'm still here, and I'm capable." This transformation isn't wishful thinking. It's the body reclaiming its strength. Unfortunately, years of desk work, hunching over phones, or simply neglecting posture can make slouching second nature, etched deep into muscle memory. If you could see yourself from the side, head jutting forward, shoulders rounded, spine bowed, you might feel an immediate urge to straighten up. But this isn't about appearance, it's about vitality. Proper posture grounds you, aligning your body for efficient movement and clearing your mind for sharper thinking. For those whose joints have stiffened or muscles have weakened with age, the idea of correcting posture can feel daunting. Yet the path to improvement begins with small, deliberate actions, ones you can start before even leaving your bed. Tomorrow morning, as you wake, lie flat and imagine a gentle thread pulling from the base of your spine to the crown of your head. Let your body lengthen, your shoulders relax. When you sit up, plant both feet firmly on the floor, feeling their steady connection to the ground. Roll your shoulders back, keep your chin level, and take a deep, intentional breath. This simple 20-second practice sends a clear message to your body. I'm awake, and I'm ready. As you rise, move slowly, guided by that imaginary thread, lightly engaging your core and keeping your spine long. At first, this upright posture may feel unnatural, even a bit demanding, especially if years of slouching have tightened muscles or stiffened joints. But with consistency, it becomes second nature, a quiet anchor that gives each morning purpose. Over time, you'll notice stronger steps, less fatigue, and a clearer mind. Posture is more than just mechanics. It's dignity, a visible reflection of your inner resilience. Rising each day with intention doesn't just lift your body, it elevates your mindset, turning an ordinary moment into a daily act of empowerment. Most people never stop to think about their legs in the morning, assuming they'll simply carry them through the day without a second thought. Yet after 70, this autopilot begins to falter, and the consequences can be serious. Your legs are your foundation, the bedrock of balance, mobility, and independence. They anchor every step, support every movement, and help you navigate a world full of uneven surfaces and unexpected obstacles. With age, however, this foundation can weaken. Muscles lose strength, the sensory receptors in your feet grow less responsive, and the brain's ability to process positional signals slows. These changes creep in quietly, often going unnoticed until a sudden fall brings them into sharp focus. Many blame a loose rug or a quick distraction, but often the real cause is a body neglected for years. I experienced this firsthand one morning when I stood up and felt a strange disconnection in my legs. Not pain, but an odd sense that my feet were made of cotton and my knees belonged to someone else. It wasn't fear I felt, but clarity. My brain and body were no longer communicating as seamlessly as before. That was my wake-up call. My legs needed intentional care, especially first thing in the morning. The solution is simple yet powerful. A short practice to reconnect your brain and legs before stepping out of bed. While seated on the mattress, take 2 minutes for mindful movement. Rotate your ankles slowly in both directions. Lift your toes upward, then point them down to stretch your calves. Flex your heels to engage the muscles in your shins. These small actions awaken nerves and muscles, sharpening the feedback loop between brain and body. Then stand, but don't walk yet. Ground your heels, keep your knees soft, and balance your weight evenly over both feet. Close your eyes briefly, tuning in to your balance, feeling the floor solid beneath you. This quiet training primes your stability before your day even begins. This simple practice strengthens your foundation, preparing you for the demands of the day. The benefits appear quickly and build over time. Within days, you may notice steadier steps, a firmer stride, and a quiet confidence in your movements. But the stakes go far beyond comfort. Most fractures in people over 70 happen from falls inside the home, often in the early morning, in familiar places like the bedroom or bathroom. These aren't random accidents. They're the result of years of neglecting balance and stability. By starting each morning with this brief routine, you anchor your body's foundation, reducing the risk of falls and protecting your mobility for years ahead. No one ever teaches us to check in with our legs each morning, yet this small act is a cornerstone of independence. Your ability to walk freely next year, in 5 years, or even in 10, depends on the care you give now. Begin with a simple glance downward, feeling the floor beneath your feet. That's your foundation, the root of every step. Strengthen it, and everything above it, your confidence, your freedom, your life, becomes stronger. Now, picture another habit that can quietly shape your entire day. You wake in a room cloaked in gray, curtains drawn tight, no sunlight touching your face. You shuffle out of bed, maybe switching on a dim lamp, or waiting until you reach the kitchen for more light. In that moment, your brain still believes it's nighttime, and the effects begin to ripple through your day. Morning light isn't a luxury. It's the master switch that wakes up your entire system, your brain, hormones, mood, and energy. Without it, your body struggles to find its rhythm, leaving you off balance, fatigued, and emotionally unsteady. As we age, our internal clocks, our circadian rhythms, grow less resilient, drifting more easily and depending heavily on external cues to stay aligned. The most powerful of these cues is natural light, especially the soft, blue-rich light of morning. Early morning light acts as nature's wake-up call, telling your brain it's time to come alive. When you wake in darkness, your brain never gets that signal, and your internal clock starts to drift. The effects can be subtle but far-reaching. Persistent tiredness, sluggish mornings, unexplained anxiety, restless nights, or days that feel heavy despite plenty of sleep. Ever wondered why you're exhausted yet can't sleep at night? Or drowsy all day but wide awake at midnight? Often, the culprit is the absence of morning light. Sunlight in the early hours triggers serotonin, the brain chemical that lifts mood and sharpens focus. Later, serotonin transforms into melatonin, the hormone that guides restful sleep. Skip that morning light, and this natural chain reaction breaks down, disturbing both your days and nights. For many, it starts with a simple choice: staying in a dark room, curtains drawn, windows closed. Over time, it quietly drains energy, clouds thinking, and creates a subtle sense of disconnection. I learned this firsthand when I decided to change one small habit. Instead of lingering in bed, I opened the curtains the moment my eyes opened, sometimes before even sitting up. As daylight poured in, I felt my mind switch on, a gentle yet powerful shift. Even on overcast mornings, the effect was unmistakable. My focus sharpened, my mood steadied, and a quiet sense of balance returned. Science can explain it, but the feeling is something you have to experience. Imagine what years of delayed mornings, years of choosing darkness over light, could be stealing from you. The opportunity to energize your brain, stabilize your mood, and restore vitality can come from one simple habit: making light your very first ritual. Draw the curtains as soon as you wake, allowing daylight to pour into the room. Take a deep breath and savor the brightness. If you can, step outside onto a balcony or open a window for just a minute, letting the fresh morning air and natural light embrace you. Even a short exposure works wonders, resetting your body clock and nourishing your mind as surely as water or food. Light is more than illumination. It's a spark of life. By welcoming it each morning, you signal to your body and mind, "The day has begun, and I am ready." Your mornings feel clearer, your days calmer, and your nights more restful. Every sunrise offers a chance to break free from autopilot and move through the day with intention. With age comes the wisdom to value precision over haste, simplicity over complexity. We may not be able to stop time, but we can meet it with purpose, listening to our bodies, honoring their needs, and building strength through experience. By pausing each morning to align your posture, ground your legs, and embrace the light, you shape not only the hours ahead, but the path your life will take. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What's one lesson from today that has made you rethink your mornings? Is it the mindful pause before standing, a glass of water before coffee, or opening the curtains to welcome the day? Share your answer in the comments, because your story might inspire someone else. Wishing you health, happiness, and peace. And don't forget to subscribe to my Healthy Aging Blueprint channel.